right, I've got another whiskey going here. This one here is, I don't know what to make of it. I look for new things on the shelf when I go into a liquor store. And this one kind of jumped out at me because I'd never seen anything like it before. It is the Nomad Outland Whiskey. I'm going to pour a dram of this Nomad Outland Whiskey, and then I'm going to let you know what it says in these leaflets. And on the bottle, I'm looking for the pull tab. I may have found it. It's golden. I have found it. And it opens up right around the top there. Get that little, oh, interesting. There's the cork. Wow. It's a composite cork, but does it ever pop? Now, I don't know anything about this whiskey at all, except what it says on the bottle. It says here, 41.3% alcohol by volume, 750 mils. It says here on the label, born in Scotland, raised in Jerez, Spain. Né en Écosse, élevé à Jerez, Espagne. A unique aging process beginning in Scotland and finished in sherry cask in Jerez. What does that mean? Here it says Nomad Outland Distillery, small batch, distributed by González Bias, Manuel Maria González, Jerez de la Frontera, Cádiz, Spain. Product of Spain, it says. But it says started in Scotland, or it says beginning in Scotland. So what does that mean? Was this distilled in Spain? Was it distilled in Scotland? I don't know. What does it say on this little deal here? Born and aged in Scotland. Okay. To be finished in Jerez. Invedencio Botas de Sherry on Jerez. Small batch. Oh, these little booklets. Oh, it's in Spanish. It's too much in Spanish. Okay. So this was a Scotch finished in sherry cask in Jerez, small batch. A unique aging process beginning in Scotland and finishing in Pedro Jimenez casks in Jerez. Makes this whiskey an authentic rarity with flavors of warm spices, raisins, and honey. That sounds lovely. Bright topaz-colored whiskey. It has a unique aroma with malty notes reminiscent of oak and sherry due to its aging in American oak barrels. Smooth and elegant on the palate with prominent flavors of raisins, honey, and distinctive bouquet as a result of the finishing of the whiskey in Pedro Jimenez sherry barrels. A long finish, pleasant with hints of vanilla and dried fruits. Very elegant whiskey with a complex aftertaste. Aha. Nomad Outland Whiskey. Distributed by González Bias S.A. Manuel Maria González. Jerez de la Frontera, Cádiz, Spain. That was a mouthful, wasn't it? Wow, I haven't even nosed it yet, and we're almost at 5 minutes. Okay. I definitely get the sherry cask influence of dark fruits, figs, dates, raisins, Something darker than that, even dark chocolate. And vanilla. I'm getting a little bit of that sourness that you often get from ex-bourbon, first fill ex-bourbon. But also, like I was saying, dark chocolate, dried fruits, raisins, figs, dates, prunes. But dark chocolate. Oh, this is nice. It says product of Spain, but I think this was distilled in Scotland. It does not say what distillery it's from. Raised in Jerez, Spain. So it's aged in sherry casks, but finished in Spain. So what did it say? Ex-bourbon to begin with, and then shipped to Spain and finished in Jerez. It smells delicious. Delicious. Dark fruits and dark chocolate. Very nice. Very nice on the nose. Let's take a sip of water. Nomad Outland Whiskey. Will I ever see this again? I saw it on the shelf once. This is quite a nice Art Deco style bottle with ridges on the side. Very interesting. What did this puppy cost? Over here. $72.99 and 10-cent bottle deposit. Subtotal $73.09. Goods and services tax $3.65. BC liquor tax $7.30. I don't know if you can see that. There, $84.04 out the door. That's only because I bought one thing on this bill of sale. It can say that. Otherwise, I have to mess around with the calculator to get the exact amount. So now you know. $84.04. Is it worth that? It's always worth a punt to try something new, especially if it has a claim to something unique, such as being distilled in Scotland, being aged in Scotland, and then finished in Spain. I wouldn't exactly call that a product of Spain, but that's what it says on the bottle. So can this be called a Spanish whiskey? I don't think so. I've had whiskeys from Italy, France, Austria, Germany, Sweden. Well, that's it for the European mainland, the continent. I can't say that this is a Spanish whiskey. I would love someday to try a Spanish whiskey, but I'm sure this is distilled in Scotland because it said born in Scotland. And it doesn't say where. Is it a single malt? It just says Outland Whiskey. So it could be a blend of malts. I don't taste any grainy note in there. It's a malt whiskey. But is it a single malt? It doesn't say. Finished in sherry casks in Jerez. That means that it was finished in sherry casks in Jerez. What happened before that? Was it a single malt? Was it a blended malt? How old is it? There's no age statement. But it is delicious. It is really delicious. But there is no disclosure on the bottle, on the label, as to what it really is. All we know is it's finished in Jerez, in PX sherry casks. I've said that already. So you know, this is ambiguous. It's not really. Okay, wait a minute. According to this map here, it may be a lowland. I don't know if you can see that. It's really small, but it looks like lowland. It looks like around Edinburgh. If you look at the map, that looks like a map of Scotland, right? If you go around the other side, it goes. This is not latitudinally correct, but here it ends up in Spain. So it went from Edinburgh area to Spain, somewhere in Jerez. Now, what's in Edinburgh? What is in the lowlands in Edinburgh? I'm thinking Glenkinchie. Could it be a Glenkinchie? Could it be a Glenkinchie married with some other lowland? What else is near Edinburgh? Could it be from Weems? Is Weems near Edinburgh? I would really like some disclosure here, some transparency. Because it is a delicious whiskey. Don't get me wrong. That PX finish is not too sweet, and it's chocolatey. It's wonderful. But what in hell is this? I don't know. Shall we say slancheva, or shall we say salud? I will say slancheva, and I will say salud.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food quick.
Yeah.